Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Here in blog post, we want to share, of course, with you the latest in social media and technology. We have all the major phone companies sending us phones. Please like and subscribe to our videos so that you can get all of our newest and latest, greatest reviews as they come out. This here is from AT&T. This is the new Blackberry Q10. It's a very beautiful, well-designed phone. If you love Blackberries and you love keyboards, this is the phone for you. And you don't mind the small screen, I should probably add. It definitely is a small screen to be able to take and utilize, but there's some people that they just love their Crackberry and they love pounding away on little keyboards and all that good stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and review it, talk about it, what's in it, what it's about, and all that good stuff. So, with the Blackberry Q10, what you're looking at is the size of it is 4.71 inches in height, 2.63 in width, and 0.41 in thickness. Fits very easily in the hand with its curved build, and it's very comfortable. 4.90 ounces. Definitely works for ladies with smaller hands, and anyone else who has small hands that doesn't like gripping a giant phablet type phone. Let's see. It has a Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen, 16 million colors, 720 by 720 pixels with a 328 ppi pixel density. It's got expandable memory on it with a micro SD card slot in the back up to 64 gigabytes, which is pretty darn good. 16 gigabyte with 2 gigabytes of RAM in the internal memory. On here, you're also looking at an 8 megapixel camera out the back. It's got 1080p, 30 frames per second video calling. Out the front, it's got 2 megapixels with 720p. It's got Blackberry 10 OS, upgradable to version 10.1, I should say. Dual core 1.5 gigahertz Cortex A9 chipset that's in it. And you're also looking at, the lithium-ion battery is 2100 milliamp hours that you can take and get out of this, which is fairly good for a phone that its size. It's kind of a small phone when it really comes down to it. It's not super fast, but it doesn't need to be. It's a very small kind of light phone, if you will. I don't think you really want to be watching a lot of movies or playing a lot of games on this thing. This definitely is more of like your business type phone, or someone who's just a really texting, emailing monster, corporate monster, whatever the case is. Now, with the Blackberry, it has some different ways that it takes and operates on the OS. You push up to do different things, kind of like a home button. It doesn't have a home button per se. You've got, of course, your different notifications and hub here of text messages, different messages you may have of programs that you've taken and done. The Blackberry world isn't too bad. It's got pretty good size settings of apps. There's some apps that I noticed are missing. I couldn't find a Dropbox app still. It's got most of the majors that you're going to take and need. Did have Box. But I think most people are going to develop for the Blackberry. It's got a beautiful, elegant keyboard. I'm very impressed with the keyboard. I've never used the keyboard in a long time. The keyboard is not cheap in any way. It's got a nice beveled edges so that when you're typing, you can really feel the keyboards and everything else. And it's got a really nice keyboard. I just can't speak highly enough about it. It's kind of weird for me. I've been so used to capacitive touchscreen keyboards for so long. It's kind of weird to be pressing a key. And it is kind of interesting where I have to use more force now to actually press the key downward and get it to contact and make the stroke. Where normally I can just easily touch the screen, it's very fast. But like I said, if this is a Blackberry, if you're a Blackberry person, you love Blackberry and you just eat it up and you love keyboards, this is definitely a phone for you. It's extremely, extremely well built. We did some Skype across it with a front-facing camera. It did incredibly well using the AT&T fast 4G network. Didn't have any lag, didn't have any problems, and we talked for, I think, almost an hour on it, and it did a really rocking good job for the little size of the phone it is. So, beautiful keyboard, very beautiful beveled edges on the keys that make it a real big difference. Up here in front, you've got your speaker, your front-facing camera. You, of course, have your keyboard here. Let's go ahead and flip this over to the back. On the back, you've got a pull-off back here, and you kind of have this kind of cool background. You have your camera eye and your flash. Takes fairly good pictures. On the top, you've got several microphone holes and also your earphone jack. The power button on the top, I'm not too excited about, but maybe you're used to that if you like Blackberries. You've got an HDMI out and micro HDMI out, I should say, and also your micro USB sync charge cable area. Small speaker on the bottom with a microphone hole area, and then you've got your menu volume up, volume down area. Now the back cover does pop off to reveal a removable battery if you so choose, and you can see here there's a slot for the micro SD card to be taken in and out. So it's a very well built, like I said, very beautiful phone. It fits in your hand very nicely and makes a great job of that. Let's see if we can't get that baby back together. And of course you have your different app systems that are on it and everything else. Definitely impressive little phone. And I think if you're taking a look at BlackBerry and you're a BlackBerry fan, it's definitely the phone for you. Real solid steel build, just a rock and roll little phone. Takes a little while to boot up. It is only a 1.5. It is only a 1.5 gigahertz processor, which actually isn't that fast these days. There's 1.9s that are on the market, and there's 2+ gigs coming to the market, usually from Snapdragon, Qualcomm, and all that sort of good stuff. But it's good for the little phone that you have that you need. Like I said, I don't see this as a big gamer phone or a big watching video phone. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but the 720 by 720 square screen kind of eliminates the ability to really watch stuff, and turning the side really isn't going to do much for you. So overall, we like it. If you're a BlackBerry fan and you love the keyboards, this is an awesome, well-built phone. I go down and plunk some money down for it for sure. This is your sort of thing. If you're into Android or iOS or Windows phones, this may not be quite your phone that's your cup of tea, but it really is up to you. Maybe you want to try something different, so we'll leave that to your liking. Be sure to check it out. You can go to our friends at amzn.to. That's amzn.to. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. Be sure to check in the chrisvossshow.com often. Be sure to subscribe and like our videos so we can keep bringing you more. And check in all the great reviews we do of all the phones, as all the major carriers send them to us and we compare them. Thanks for coming by the chrisvossshow.com. Be sure to check out the AT&T Blackberry Q10.